Greetings, star blossoms of the rainbow nations, of the new earth, fully activated, fully open, totally rising up into the new Eden, manifesting the new Jerusalem. We had one of the small wing nation join us just before starting this recording. A big Mothra came in the room, flying around, sending us its little pixie dust through the airwaves. Weird and wild stuff. Where do we begin? We had multiple waves coming in today, new codes flowing in, showing up on the Schumann resonance. We had a sustained whiteout for at least 7 hours. After a day of no updates, today multiple codes coming in, beginning at about 7 a.m. UTC. We had a 66 hertz with the 6-6 energy, the 6-6 portal, as we're transitioning into the 7-7 portal through the 7-4, 7-5 eclipse, which will take us through the 7-7 gateway. We've started with a 6-6 and then 54, and then a 48, 49, 58, and then 62 was the latest blast showing up on the Schumann, but we had this sustained whiteout energy. I know today, this morning, after meditating, I went into a timelessness, the state of timeless, just for a few moments, a few minutes, but in that timelessness state, 1 minute can feel like an eternity, can feel like lifetimes. And when I came back into this realm, I didn't know what day it was, what time. I forgot even that I was meditating till I look at my phone. And of course, it's the 11:11 gateway, 11:11 a.m. this morning. And it took me several minutes to recalibrate, reorientate myself, if that's even a word. I know many of us are making up words because what's coming through the field with these ascension energies, this ascension process, so many new codes and frequencies that they're beyond common words or known words. We're traveling into the unknown in these unprecedented times of great awakening. So many codes coming through in today's earthquakes also. We had 216 M1.5 or greater. Largest in the Philippines at 5.4. But if you look at the charts on earthquaketrack.com, the whole grid all over this realm, and there's patterns that look like sine waves throughout the field, throughout the energy of Gaia. And again, the ring of fire totally lit up as we're connecting the middle with the upper, the middle path of the human with the heavenly, the celestial, the Tien, we call it. In the Taoist arts, Tien Sien, the celestial immortals connecting through the Kunlun energies. Today, we had a trinity in the foothills of the Kunlun, which is in the what they call the plateau of Tibet, or the Tibetan plateau, which currently for at least 40 years now has been occupied by China. But the Kunlun in the northwest, where Tibet connected with China. Kunlun, one of the most sacred mountains. It's one of the lineages, the arts that I teach, that was started by Sifu Qingfeng Dao Shi, which is the divine feminine path, the Kunlun. The ancient Taoists would say that Lao Tzu, who wrote the Tao Te Ching, that he ascended Kunlun mountain. And Kunlun also symbolizes New Earth or heaven on earth, or the Pure Land. We had this trinity of movement today. We had a 4.7 at 1:30 UTC at 35 latitude, 82 longitude, and a 4.3 at 22:51 UTC, 35 latitude, 82 longitude, and then the third at 23:07 UTC. We have the 37 code in there. 35.707, so we have the 77 encoded in there, and latitude, and 82.513 longitude, 10 kilometers depth. So the path was leading right into Kunlun Mountains. We also had several earthquakes in Japan with the Lemurian energies, 4.2 at 30 latitude, 137 longitude, at 484 kilometers depth, at Izu Islands, Japan, off the southern coast. And then we had a 4.5 in Kuril Islands, just north of Japan, right in the heart of the U.S. Helena, Oklahoma, a 3.0. And then again in Lone Pine, California, at 2221 UTC. So we have the 222 at 36.444. Epicenter was at the latitude 36.444. So we have the 444 code, and 117.975 longitude. So we have the 222 and the 444 and the 17 codes. Then we had this wave of energy that moved from Alaska down through California and into El Salvador. In El Salvador, 4.2 at 13 latitude, 88.863 longitude. So the 888 code coming through that energy. These codes and synchronicities are coming through the grid. So we've been looking at many different factors with the depth, the magnitude, and the location and times. And then in Crete, Greece, a 4.2. And then again, we're the Trinity, the Sacred Mountains, just south of Hindu Kush, which is the northwestern part of the Himalayan mountains, where the Himalaya and the Kunlun come together, which is at the most northern tip of Pakistan, close to the border with China. We had a 4.5, 1445 UTC, just northwest of Kashmir, the sacred portal. And New Zealand today had a 4.9, 38 latitude, 176 longitude, 22.2 kilometers from Taupo, depth 129. So encoded in there is the 222. The 4.9 is the 13 of the divine feminine energies, right on the ring of fire, with the Lemurian codes coming in. Two more significant earthquakes in South America, just off the coast of Venezuela. 4.5 at 10:33 UTC, 11 latitude, 70.776 longitude. So we have the 3.3, the 9, and the 7.77. And then in Argentina at 13:45 UTC, 30 latitude, 65 longitude, we had a 4.7 in the foothills of the sacred Andes Mountains, Kundalini of Pachamama. And it was reported from Divine Sister of the Light, Amanda Lawrence, that at 20:30 UK time, huge incoming energies with multiple light codings, but with a higher vibration. So that's what we're feeling with these consistent higher gamma light bursts that are coming into the field. These new codings that are coming in are at a new vibration, a higher vibration, which is assisting humanity and all sentient beings through this ascension process. One message that was coming through Source, Grandfather Great Mystery today, was that each one of you, light worker, way shower, warrior of the light, that comes to this channel, that's listening to this now, part of your mission, part of your purpose, as these great shifts, this great revelation keeps building in magnitude and power. Part of our mission is to assist those that are of the lower vibration, or what people say, those that are still totally asleep. It is going to be a very difficult time for them once the full activations come in and these revelations are presented to them. So part of our mission, and all light workers, starseeds, way showers, is to guide, to help assist them through this awakening process. Because for many of them, it will be like a dark night of a soul. The world right now, with everything going on, and the chaos, and the deceptions, and the intense emotions, we'll call it, the world is like a powder keg, ready to implode. And we're anchoring in the fifth dimensional energies to assist all those that have, we'll say, in the kindest way, living in ignorance for many years, or most of their life, As we're reaching this precipice, we're at the tipping point. Any moment, any day now, many things are going to come to fruition. They're going to manifest, especially with this disclosure energy and this first contact for the collective. Many of us have already been in contact or are currently in contact with higher dimensionals or the star nations, our star families. So many people are not prepared for this, or they've been programmed to think of a negative aspect, or may have a deep-seated belief that our star families are of a nefarious nature. And obviously, as all of you know, there's in the higher dimensions and in the star nations that they are not all of the light. And they are simply here to connect, to assist us, to assist Gaia through this great process. And it was reported from Divine Sister Hilda Vanderlaan with the 333 codes and the new Sirius cycle number 33 that Mother Earth is becoming the 33rd member of the Federation of Planets. And some of that is symbolic, synchronistic. And as most of you know, but I say some of these things for if this is the first time someone may come to this channel or listen to these transmissions, that our star families, these star nations that are benevolent to assist humanity, to connect with us, many of them are our families. Many of us have been on the ships, the motherships. That the star nations, our star families, are not to be worshipped. They are our equals. Even the ascended masters, there is no separation when you connect one-on-one with source energy. We call Buddha mind, God consciousness, Christ consciousness, cosmic consciousness. The I Am presence that's here now, listening to this transmission, knows that it is one with all, with source creator. There is no separation. So everything that we experience, everything we see, taste, touch, or feel is our manifestation. So we are equal. All things are equal. When you look through the eyes of the Spirit, you shall know all things. And your true self, your highest self, knows the truth is the truth. So you use your own discernment with what resonates with you and let everything else fall away. We don't become attached to anything. We come from a place of non-attachment because everything we experience with our senses, our fifth and sixth sense, our five senses and the sixth sense, is a manifestation and is temporal. It's temporary. Our eternal self is the still white magnetic light, and beyond that, the pure light, the clear light of bliss, or what we call the unborn mind of Buddha. And that is what we resonate from. But through this great awakening and this ascension, 3D, or lower frequency, is reconnecting with the 5D, 6D, 7D, and beyond into the infinite, beyond the infinite. So through this process, we will be reunited with our star families, the star nations, which we are part of. So this message today is to prepare yourselves to assist those that may not be ready for this great shift or great awakening, and to be guides, and at a minimum, to assist humanity and those around you to stay in the light, to stay calm, and you will be an anchor. You will be one that those in fear come to find their grounding, to keep their sanity, to keep the wits about them, because to us, all of this makes sense, and we have been prepared for this great awakening. 6-6 coming through the field, 66-66, which is the 12-12, and the 2-2-2, flowing freely now. So before I go off on another tangent here, we'll get started with today's first transmission. I gotta keep some linearity to these daily transmissions. We'll start with Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, being an ascended master now. Are you living as if each moment may be your last? Are you letting go of incessant thoughts that plague your mind and emotions, that question the how and when of your future, to what gain? Are you able to settle down and live through a meditative state, moment to moment, through each breath? Are you? This way of being is the divine way, through your heart. How long have you attempted to stay focused on this each breath? 1 minute, hours, days? Have you even attempted this? Self-responsibility is taking a deep look at yourself and your response to life, the ability to respond. The heightened ability to exist multidimensionally is exactly this. Are you, or are you just rambling the words of ascension without the response ability? If you desire with all your heart this ascension, then take responsibility. Now is the only moment, and each breath is forever, and yet only now. The ascended masters lived through this awareness. Are you an ascended master? Have you mastered self-awareness through responsibility? Have you mastered form through responsibility? Are you even paying attention now? Will you pay attention? As you do so, and for some of you hearing these frequencies, as they activate your DNA, a new level will awaken as your own responsibility for you, your consciousness. For each breath, awareness. These are not just some random words repeated through someone unaware. This is now, and this is a divine DNA activation for those who see and know through their heart, awakening more of you now, with the divine council of overseers, ever present, ever now, forever heart, forever love. From the new divinehumanity.com. And today's crystalline decrees from Divine Sister of the Light, Sandra Walter. I call forth the overriding of any distorted DNA structures, programs, and realities to align and express as the divine perfection that I am. From the ascensionpath.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Carrie K. Implications of the fall of the false matrix. There is a massive implication that comes with the ending of the false matrix. That is that everything inside of you that was once wired to perceive things in the inverse reality no longer work how they used to. For some, the energetic wiring still exists, but there's nothing to plug into. For others, there is some confusion around who they are now and what they're meant to be doing. Hang on, your new coding is coming online. Support yourself by being in stillness or reaching out to someone who can support you in stillness. That is where the recoding occurs. To those who feel like they're losing their mind, it's okay. You're not really. You're just losing the old connections to a reality that was inverted, insane, and made no sense to begin with. Your world has been flipped the right way up energetically. So enjoy the newfound alignments that this brings and release the old wiring that is nowhere left to fit. That's a celebration. You are no longer plugged into a reality that drains you, that depletes you, that ages you, that makes no sense, that enslaves you. Many don't recognize that this has even occurred. There are still those who see the external chaos and assume that is an accurate reflection of where society is. It is not. That's what it looks like when an old reality crumbles. Kind of wild. You are now in the birthplace of your new earth. You are the place in which the initiation of new light occurs. Behold, you are what you never imagined. You are the universe birthing itself. If I were to bring this home to the human, I would say that you are about to enter a new reality, one of your choosing. So align yourself to your deepest peace, your most flowing harmony, your most present presence, and be all that. Being in so doing, you are literally changing the world. Take a moment to thank the ones who are called to be present in the crumbling chaos, the frontline witnesses, so to speak. You occupy a different space and are called to a different task. You are the peace that emerges after a storm has passed. As the old completes its crumbling process, you are the sacred vessel through which new life is brought to being. Be the peace that you are. Be all you were born to be. Your time is now. With love, from my heart to yours, Carrie K. From carriek.net. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. Let us stand united as one heart, one mind, one soul, one being. Let us stand in the fullness of the divine source light and love, fully embodied and in our highest soul selves. Let divine light and love shine through us as we guide humanity through this time. Nothing is impossible. All is possible to those who stay firmly anchored in the divine. No thing can touch you. No thing can move you when you stay anchored and still. Let the rest of humanity do what they like, when they like. Let us stand in the fullness of the divine power and wisdom and love, and stay firmly anchored and centered there. Even if the earth shakes and volcanoes erupt and waters flood as the earth revamps herself, as she assumes a totally new body and form, let us not be shaken from the fullness of the divine within us. Let our heart open to ever greater levels of love and being loved. Let our whole being be flooded with divine light and amplification, so that we radiate forth like the great central suns. Let our minds be crystal clear, and let all that is negative dissipate. Assume our higher God minds, and step into the fullness of our being. Let our whole being welcome the blessings of this time, for indeed it is a great blessing, for it allows us to stand fully empowered in divine light, divine love, and divine wisdom, divine power. In unity there is strength. From JudithKusel.com, from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth, Peru. Right now you could feel as though you're experiencing a profound life transformation, a transformation that began back in May and still isn't quite complete. And indeed you are, for it's now almost 3 weeks into the eclipse doorway, the period in between eclipses. Destiny is strong and soul is calling for your utmost attention. You see if you're being drawn back to your past and can sense that you're morphing, integrating the old with the new, and wonder when it will be complete. Please be patient. Increase your discernment and make wise choices by aligning with the cosmic energy shifts every day. You can find this on elizabethperu.com/the tip-off. And from Hair in the Moon Astrology, sometimes I go about pitying myself, and all the while I am being carried on great winds across the sky. From the Lakota Sioux. A heads up, glorious Venus turns direct, rising as a morning star in Gemini after being in the underworld since May 23rd. She is now an incarnation of Lucifer, literally a light bringer. Time to get those vision boards out, remember them, not for childishly demanding shiny things as in The Secret, but for creating your own desire map. By the way, if you haven't yet get a copy of Danielle Laporte's Desire Map, it's a wonderful tool for creating change via your gut instincts, intuitions, and big yes, big no that's right in line with 5D inside-out thinking. Check in with your heart today. You might be experiencing a strange or intriguing shift in what or who you care about, and what and who matters compared to what seemed important back in January. This is your high heart updating your neurology to reset your trajectory, to actually live your life around what you value, instead of just paying it lip service. This triple eclipse tunnel is a rare opportunity to wipe the slate clean. Know what you want to change, make 2 lists, what you want to resolve or eliminate, and what you are compelled to create. Weed out old entanglements. You are now in a moment where you get to review, rethink, and recreate just about anything you want. This may involve any facet of your life. You have the opportunity to work from the roots of your existence upwards and outwards. For now, stay close to the ground and work from your core reality. You can't so easily relate to your past anymore. Your soul sees it all as just experience. There is less and less emotional attachment to it. It's a blessing because it is making room for new memories. It is freeing you up. Without judgment and with curiosity, ask yourself, what's heavy, weighing me down? What am I tolerating, putting up with, or settling for? What do I fantasize about leaving or radically changing? What would I love to never do again? What is chronically inflamed? What am I tired of feeling, or what makes me feel that way? What is dead in the water? What no longer has traction? You can add these questions to your daily journaling. This is from Hair in the Moon Astrology.co.uk. Today from the Nyingma masters of Tibetan Buddhism, the mind itself and the thoughts, emotions, and sensations that arise, abide, and disappear in the mind are equal expressions of emptiness, that is, the possibility for anything to occur. Mi Pham Rinpoche. Today from the Dzolkhin Times, Kin 89, Red Spectral Moon. Spectral is the name for the number 11, and its key words are liberation, release, and dissolve. The 11th day is always in opposition to the wave spell energy, so as we are in the blue storm wave spell, and red moon is the challenge of the blue storm, in a sense we are liberated from that wave spell energy for one day. The number 11 releases and frees us, and liberation feels pretty good. Today is the red moon, which represents purify, flow, and universal water. The red moon has huge influence on the tides of the oceans and the tides of time. We are undeniably affected by the moon. It is foolish to try, like King Canute, to stop the tide. No one has such power, and so our only option is to surrender and go with the flow. This fits perfectly with the number 11 energy, in complete contrast to the crazy blue storm wave spell agenda. Today is the calmness in the eye of the storm. Be still, relax, and let go. There is nothing you can do about it anyways. Today's guide is also red moon, and so a double dose of chilling out is the order of the day. From Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Red Spectral Moon, Kin 89, 26 June 2020. Liberating Flow. 26/6/2020 equal 26/6/22 equal 864 equal 18 equal 9. 26 Empowerment, Compassion. 8 Infinity, Abundance, Source Flow. 9 Destiny, Closure, Humanity, Service. 6 Christ, Heaven, Harmony, Family. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic. Kin 89 equals 17 equal 8. Infinity, Abundance. A very powerful day for liberation. A day of further cleansing and purification in order to build a new foundation of peace and abundance. Tribute to Jose Arguelles, Volum Votan, father of the dream spell, and the harmonic convergence of 1987. Today is a very special day, Red Spectral Moon, Kin 89, as it marks the final passing and ascension date of Jose Arguelles. Spectral days generate release and liberation, and indeed he was totally freed and released from his human vessel on that destined day on 23rd of March 2011. It is divinely perfect that on this day of our planetary liberation from the control of the cabal forces, we align with the celebration of Jose's ascension. Jose was born on 24th of January 1939 on Blue Spectral Monkey, Kin 11 Day. So his purpose was to dissolve, release, and liberate us on a planetary level from illusions. Jose campaigned tirelessly for planetary liberation and release from the Gregorian calendar and the artificial matrix we were all trapped in. So today we witness Jose's mission accomplished. Kin 89 reduces to the number 17, which is the code of immortality and leaving a legacy. And fittingly, Jose did just that. He orchestrated the first global synchronized meditations and activations for planetary peace and harmony through his organization of the Global Harmonic Convergence in 1987, which paved the way for our liberation today. He left an incredible legacy on this planet, the Dream Spell Calendar, and the Rinri Project, the Circumpolar Rainbow Bridge, which is a galactic codex navigating our ascension journey through the light encodements contained therein. An incredible master who was subjected to disdain and ridicule, as most change agents are, and for the most part did not receive the honorable recognition he deserved as the true Time Lord and genius that he is. Please take a moment to touch your heart and give gratitude and love to this remarkable divine soul. We are truly blessed that he walked this earth to guide us in this revolutionary time. Day 11 in the blue storm wave spell of purification, cleansing, transformation, and evolution. This is the day we celebrate our planetary liberation from the past. All the energies collectively were built up and released in a wondrous explosion of light, self-generated by the star blossoms, anchoring, grounding, and radiating this light in the human global grid. Today we can release the necessity to generate any more energy for transformation. We can simply let go and choose to go with the flow. Tone of creation. Spectral is the 11th tone of creation. It operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. This is a very powerful opportunity to release the past and move forward fearlessly, free from obstructions. The spectral action, and together with the 9 and 8 codes today, will dissolve all impediments to you finally claiming your true power and abundance. Wiping the slate clean, you can now build a new foundation of solid abundance. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway and polarity, inviting you to step through into a new world filled with joy and unlimited prosperity. What are you waiting for? Hop to it. Join with the great Mayan goddess Ixchel and play in the fields of the golden splendor. It is time to be released and liberated from the old patriarchal control matrix. Bring on the goddess. Our world definitely needs a huge dose of unconditional love, compassion, and nurturance. The goddess brings forth greater intuition, psychic power, sensitivity, and gentle feminine flow through the action of her universal waters. Bathe in her gentle waters today and dissolve any remnants of the old energies. Allow your feelings to flow and be purified with the currents of change and transformation. Allow these waves of change to liberate and free you from the chains that bound you. Thank Goddess, we are now free. Allow your inner goddess to surface and flow. We are now free to be the magnificent galactic change agents that we came here to be, free to assist others in their awakening process, catalyzing greater planetary transformation, and so mote it be, ×3. Today's question is, what do I need to dissolve in order to feel totally liberated and flow with the love of the goddess? Divine blessings for your final liberation and finding your goddess flow. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66, Kin 89, Red Spectral Moon. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to purify. Releasing flow, I seal the process of universal water with the spectral tone of liberation. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And as we double up with our sacred power, star blossoms rise up, speak out, and step forward into their glorious light, radiating their great beauty, knowledge, and truth to all sentient beings of pure consciousness. And today with the red spectral moon, as she merges with the blue storm, the red path with the blue path come together in the middle. The eagle fly with the condor, the north merge with the south, the east with the west, and the sacred fires in the middle of the medicine wheel. And as we combine the left and the right, the inner with the outer, form with the formless, the blue and the red come together to form the sacred purple. The purple light, the violet ray, into the ultraviolet, into the white, and into the pure light of eternal bliss consciousness. We see this now, we feel this now, we are this now. Total freedom, total liberation, and total peace in this eternal now. Aho. So let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, what you are seeing, your visions, your dreams, and synchronicities. Thank you all for sharing this journey with us and our team, the ground crew of Earth Angels, of the Rainbow Tribes of the New Earth. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to also thank everyone for their support and your pledges on Patreon. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Nicole. Thank you for your pledge and thank you for your donation. I appreciate you, Divine Sister, and all the bro stars and sisters that have joined in my mission, and our work with Prime Disclosure, Final Contact for the Collective. If you'd like to make a pledge and support our work, you can join us at patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. And for those that are a member, I uploaded a couple days ago a new meditation. It is a powerful meditation, yet very simple, merging the internal with the external with the internal, through the rainbow bridge of pure consciousness and pure manifestation. And with this, I will leave you with a final message from Grandfather, Great Mystery. At first, sign, sight, I was nothing. Then I was given a name, and with that I became everything. And in the end, I released it all. Now, here I am, not a thing. Moo. Have a most beautiful and blessed day, moment by moment, now by now, living the sacred path with heart of eternal bliss consciousness. I love you all. Namaste.